Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Top of that, the third at your service. We're going to talk about season 25 of Thomas and Friends. It's in real life, not fiction. So, this is where the puzzle piece gets a little bit tricky for me on a long run. And review all of you that have watched the series from beginning to end and know the map inside and out, obviously, there has been a problem or development that Mattel screwed up their own copyright. And because of that situation, season 25, which you normally call Thomas All Engines Go, Friends or Thomas and Friends Engines All Engines Go, it's been scrapped because of the actual outcome of copyright issues. Now, I'm going to explain to you why these copyright issues have been brought up intentionally, why it was brought up, and I will also explain why season 25 is real life and we have to deal with it and we have to live with it. So, the thing is, about his everybody that has seen the series right through beginning to end and reverse and then got to know exactly what needs to be done. Mattel is going through a lawsuit right now and they've taken out a majority of Day Out of Thomas is going bye bye. Right? Day Out of Thomas is a special event for all heritage railway lines, not just a few of them gone missing, and then you have some in Scotland, Wales, or partly England, or none at all, period. It's going to affect the United States in some way, yes. It's going to affect the United Kingdom in majority of it all, and it's going to affect the rest of the world for it. The Day Out of Thomas is a global international event every year because we're going to get back to season 25, but you see, Mattel is going through a lawsuit, which is making them a little bit puzzled up, if you know what I mean. But I'm not against the world. I'm just saying, from a special informant living locally where I live, who I'm not allowed to give out names or confidentiality, as they call it, he expressed that the reason why we don't have Trey Thomas is because of the copyright issues with Mattel. Mattel has got a copyright issues with Thomas and Friends. That's why they're going through a lawsuit. Now, with season 25 being realistic, it's now going according to plan. Season 25 started at my age of 37, 38, 39. I'm nearly in my 40s now, right? Third gen fat controller at your helm. That's right, indeed. So, the fact is, I'm not using no voice mixing material. It's coming right out of my voice. And my mind is Southern, yes, and I understand the language of Thomas and Friends in many ways, but there's only two families that speak that language. It's myself and the Audrey family. So, realistically, I like to give credit to Unlikely Tug for trying to do his research, but all he's done wrong is like saying Sodor is between the Arm and England. The answer is no. It's upside down in Norfolk. This is why Norfolk got the big hit of copyright issues with Mattel because Mattel had copyright issues with Thomas and Friends, blah blah blah, going down the line. As I stated, Mattel has got a copyright lawsuit against them right now, which has made them reduce Norfolk forward slash Sodor. Bang! No more Day Out of Thomas for 8 years. And I said, who do we appreciate? Now the answer is looking at your faces and saying, like, it's true. We're not telling no lies. or no deceits here. We're being honest. And so Mattel broke the law, basically, no, in terms. So they're having a lawsuit against Thomas and Friends, so they could lose their part of their franchise, right? The reason that gone that way is because of the 2D that me and my private connection from America stated to you from the very first video. We stated that 2D will mess up Audrey's design. Now, what happened if Audrey had made friends, colleagues, connections, and all that? They go poof, right? But they don't go poof. They continue on. Why? Because we are real life of Thomas and Friends. And that's the reason why season 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 is going to keep going like a repeating record. And by the time we solve the whole mystery altogether, we will find out that I'm telling the truth and being honest with everybody, saying Norfolk upside down is Sodor. We, even my private connections from America stated it. One, two, three. And now Mattel is getting a lawsuit for making the 2D, so they lost their rights to Thomas and Friends. You don't see no books, no DVD. Let's say no books, no toys, no nothing in Norfolk with Thomas the Tank and Friends. Ever. Gone. Poof. Destroyed. Never enough. But it isn't destroyed. It's just real life. And the reason why it's been built up by real life events. And this is the reason why a lot of people think that they know it all. I said there's a lot of people out there that are very intelligent, very smart indeed. But the Thomas the Tank and Thomas and Friends series is based on real life from the beginning. So when we saw it in 1984 or heard it in a book or whatever, it's all facts and truth. It's just that you're hearing it from Audrey's mouth, as well as his friends, his connections, his colleagues. They all fighting, but in reality, as it goes, everybody, it makes sense to you all. And when that comes to power, you know, you have to realize that in the day, you're going to end up with the biggest puzzle in the end, saying, why is there one piece missing? Why? The fat man never got married right now. The third gen needs it, ding, ding, ding. But it will happen, but it's got to have its nature's course. So, so realistically, if you look at it now, Mattel screwed up. That's the main topic we were talking most of this video today. Mattel screwed up so badly that they're going to court. My friends, my private connections are saying it. The public are saying it. And the United Kingdom is saying it. They broke the copyright contract with Thomas and Friends. That's why if they stuck with the CGI, the computer graphic interface part of it all, they would make money by forward. So if you look at it logically, Mattel lost, right? Because they're dealing with the hats on top. And with all of that being said and done, where is Thomas and Friends now, the day out Thomas? Not coming back into Norfolk. There's none. There's the railways that got affected by this, which I will bring up, is the North Norfolk Railway, the North Mid Norfolk Railway, the Bear Valley Railway, all got affected. Why? Mattel's copyright issues. That's all it's down to. Mattel's copyright issues, and they got a lawsuit. That's the reason why season 25 is so damn real. season 25 of Thomas and Friends is in real life now. It's not a joke now, after all. And because a lot of people do have knowledge, yes, but um, that the whole thing was done in order. I know a lot of you still got questions that need answering, but with Mattel screwed up their own copyright, thanks to a private contact of mine, not from America, locally in the United Kingdom, bang, Mattel screwed up their own copyright. Thank you very much.